Hi everybody, it's Matthew here from Bead Spider. It's time for another fantastic beading tutorial, but first things first, just to tell you, in case you haven't seen during the little countdown part, we actually have a big 50% off sale on our beading patterns just this weekend only. So it's the Coronation of the King. Today is the 5th of May 2023. So the coronation is tomorrow morning. So more or less you have until Monday evening or midnight Monday, which I think is the 9th or so. I should have calculated that already, I guess. But yeah, we've got our big pattern sale. So all of our patterns, we added, I think, about 160 new patterns today. So now we have a lot. We have a lot of patterns on the website now, but they're all 50% off for the next few days. So just to get that out of the way, don't miss out on that. That's a big saving that we have. So make sure you jump on and get yourself those discounts. Anyway, as for the tutorial today, I'm going to be showing you how to make our gorgeous mosaic bracelet. So obviously I just chose this one at random because it's one of the patterns that we've put onto the website today. So, you know, if you want to just go and get the pattern, it's up there on the website now and it's 50% off the pattern. But if you want to get our kit, it includes the pattern, and we've put the kit on a 10% discount. And there's also some new colors as well of the kit. We've only just got it back in stock at the minute, and now it's on discount as well. So lots of good things to be mentioning and looking at. But let's take a little look, shall we, at the actual design. Now, that's something else I should mention real quick. Our Versailles necklace kit and bracelet kits, we have those as well. The bracelet and earrings and the necklace kits, they're still on sale at the minute. If you want to get these at the discounted price, which I think it's a double discount, 20% off or something, or maybe it's 15, I can't remember. Yeah, 15% off the necklaces, 15% off the bracelets with that one. If you want to get this kit, which I did last week, you can watch the tutorial still. That was last week's tutorial. If you want to go and get the kit, it's still on sale, but only for a couple of more days. But that's this gorgeous one just here, the Versailles necklace, and we also have the Versailles bracelet. So go check out the video and watch that one. As for today, so today we're doing the mosaic, as I said. There are currently 5 colors on the website. Some of them were very difficult to get back into stock, but there is a little bit of stock. Like this one, for example, if you like this color here, there's only 4 left in stock or something like that. Some very small amount. So if you want to go and get one of those, this one, it's 10% off. You can go and get that one. We also have the gorgeous blue just here, which, one second, here we go. This fabulous blue color. You can go and get that one as well. We've got this lovely purple color just here. I'm going to show you how to make this one, obviously. So the new colors that we have are this one here, which is called Silhouette, which is black, silver, and white, all in the one thing, which I think this one is possibly my favorite, just because you can wear it with literally anything, day or night. It's kind of going to go with any and all pieces of jewelry or outfits that you want to wear, just because of that neutral color. There's that one there. And then the last one, which is also brand new and I really love, is this one here, which has this soft, very muted gold and sort of coppery tones. It has the nice magnetic clasp there as well. They all have magnetic clasps. So just at the minute, this bracelet is called the Midas Touch, but Jermaine decided she didn't like the name Midas Touch. So if you're watching and you've got a better name suggestion for this particular bracelet, feel free to comment it in down below and let us know your suggestion of what you think we should call this. I like the name Midas Touch. If you like Midas Touch, tell Jermaine, yep, Midas Touch, that's a great name, let's call it that. But if you've got a better name suggestion, feel free to comment it down below. You know, just drop me a little comment and maybe we'll change it to yours if we like yours best. But anyway, so that is the design. This is the color I'm going to be demonstrating with as well, just because I really like those colors. But yeah, a nice, simple, easy, fun little design today that we're going to do as a quick, fun little tutorial It's not too complicated. It's a nice beginner's project, this one even. So if you've never seen it, never done it, it's made with DiscDuo Beads. I'll just show you all of the different materials that I have. So we have DiscDuo Beads in 3 colors. So this particular one, which is currently called Midas Touch, don't forget, you can comment in and tell me the name suggestion you have that's better. It's got this gorgeous sort of matte, muted, goldy tone just here. It also has the matte, muted, goldy tone, coppery tone version as well, which is a really lovely, rich, warm color that I'm going to be using. These are 6mm, by the way, I should mention, and they all have 2 holes. So if you've never seen them before, they're really, really useful just because the holes both go through, so you can do quite a lot with them just by passing through using both holes. And then the last color that we have, it's like a very light cream color, and then it has this, what is essentially a Picasso, they call it, Picasso finish, where it has like this mottled surface with a slightly deeper cream color. It's like a cream and sand almost. Looks lovely, but the 3 together look very, very nice, I think. So this is the colorway, and then the seed bead I have is a lovely metallic gold. I'm using size 10 Preciosa, but you could use your Miyukis or your Toho size 11s. They're all kind of the same size. I mean, if you wanted to, you could also use your you could use some size 11 microcrystals if you really wanted to. Give it a go. I don't know. I'm sure it would work. There's no reason why it wouldn't, seeing as they're all the same size. Just if you wanted to add a bit of bling to it. Maybe try that out. And then the last thing that we need is one of these just here, which is a lovely, very, very strong magnetic clasp, which this particular one is a gorgeous rose gold color that we had. So yeah. We've got some people with name suggestions, which is great. Penelope said King Midas. It's close to my version, but clearly she prefers that one. And then Irina has said Golden Rhapsody. That's a great name. But yeah, any other name suggestions, just comment them in at any point. I don't mind. By the way, if you are brand new and you've never seen us before, also comment in, say hello, let me give you a little shout out. And especially if you are brand new, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're on both YouTube and Facebook Live simultaneously. So anyway, let's begin. First things first, we need a stopper bead. So just grab any old bead. I've just got a little red one here. It does not matter. Just any bead is fine. Then grab yourself some beading thread. I'm going to be using this one just here, which is a nice neutral color because it matches my gold seed beads. It sort of matches those goldy beads as well. Everything, it sort of matches, plus it's quite nude, so if you have a look at it on the skin, you barely see it at all. So if you're using opaque color beads, I think that this one is a very good one. Hi to Sherry, by the way, who says, hello, I'm in Indiana. Welcome, Sherry. I'm glad you could join us for today's tutorial. Yeah, we're going to be having lots of fun making this one. So anyway, let's grab ourselves that thread. I'm going to you need about 1.5 meters to do the whole bracelet, which is a little bit over 1.5 yards if you're going to do that as one single piece. But because I'm only going to make a mini one as part of today's tutorial, I'm going to use a little bit less thread, a bit less unwieldy, as it were. But feel free to, if you want to do the whole thing in one go, you just use 1.5 meters in total. Now, because we have that little stopper bead, the first thing we're going to do is just let's zoom in. Let's actually be able to see what we're doing here, shall we? Let's turn up the brightness a little. The more you zoom in, the brighter you have to make it. So anyway, the little bead that we have just here, and if we just slide that down, we're going to leave ourselves a little tail of thread just there, and pass through it again, and just use that to create a little stopper. So if you have a look, there that is. That just locks that little bead into place. You can go through it again if you want to, and that will just keep it nicely in position, in place. We have a good. We got lots of people coming in and saying hello, which is always good. Jan says she's watching from Louisville, Kentucky, home of the Kentucky Derby, the greatest 2 minutes in sport. And then we have Eugenia, who says hello from Western New York. I'm glad you could join us, Eugenia. She's one of our regulars. She's always here. So lovely of you to join us. We have Nancy as well. Maxine is watching from home. And Arena is here as well. Anyone else? Who's here? Penelope's here. Anita is as well. Just comment in and say hello. Let me know you're there. Let me know. Give me a bit of feedback. Let's chat. Let's talk. Anyway, once we have those little stopper bead there, if we just decide which color is going to be which, we can say this one's color A, this is color B, and this is color C, or A, B, C, whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. Just choose whichever one particular takes your fancy, and that can be A, the next can be B, the next can be C. You've got the same amount of all three beads pretty much. So just choose one of each, and the first thing that we're going to do is pick up two of our what would be color A bead. Now when we get started, the great thing is you don't have to worry about which hole is which, especially because these are the same on both sides. If you have a bead, for example, like the Picasso ones, you might say, do you know what, I prefer this side over that side, or whatever, whichever side that you want. Just sort of be mindful that one will be the top and one will be the bottom. So it's always good to start with ones that are plain because it's a bit easier to work out which one is which. So we're going to just slide those on down to our stopper bead just here. And that gives us the first two little beads just here ready to go. Hi to Rhonda, by the way, who's just joined us. She's in Australia, so she's staying up late as per usual. So I'm so glad you could be here with us, Rhonda. So thank you for joining. Anyway, let's continue now. So we go two of our color A, and then what we're going to do is pick up one of our color B, which I think I'll go with the matte gold. And then we need to pick up two of our seed beads. So I'm going to just do this in right-hand view, actually. For those of you who are the majority, being right-handed, I'll flick between the two because it definitely makes it handy when you've got some lefties like me on watching. Who's a lefty, by the way? Comment in and tell me if you're a lefty, because if no one comments in saying they're a lefty, maybe I won't even bother with doing the left hand. I know there are people out there who are left-handed like me, but if you want to see it in left hand, you better comment. So anyway, we're going to pick up two of those little seed beads just there. And you know how I said these have two holes? We're going to just pass directly back down into the second hole of this very same bead just here. So as you pull through there, give that nice and firm, and you can see it starts to just plug onto the end just here. I'm going to just flip this bead slightly out of the way, and now we're going to pick up another one of my color B beads. So if I just rotate it, hopefully you can see the color a bit better. This one's a gold, these two are the copper. So I've chosen the gold to be my color B. So just pick one of those up, and we're going to pass down into the second hole. See how there are two holes? Pass down into the second hole and pull through. For those of you who are just dropping in now, I see we've had a big spike in numbers just arriving just now, which is great. If you missed out, just in case you were wondering, we have a lovely big 50% off sale going on at the minute of our beading patterns. So if you haven't done so, head over to the Bead Spider website and check out our big beading pattern sale. I'll tell you more about it later, but essentially we've got 150 new patterns, and we're going to be, or more actually, I think we've got somewhere in the region about 260 patterns in total now, and they're all 50% off. Anyway, so now we're going to see how we're trying to get this chevron shape happening. We're going to pick up two more seed beads. This is going to link us to our next row. And this time we want to continue with that sort of chevron-y stripe pattern, which if I show it to you with maybe the purple version, I'll show it to you with the blue version, because those ones, they're quite different from one another. So you can see, actually, let's do it with the purple. I do love the purple one. Purple's possibly my fave. So if you have a look, See how we've got that chevron shape happening? Let's flip it over a bit. And you can see we're getting these diagonal downward stripes. So to get that diagonal downward stripe, we need to sort of continue the same pattern along. So if you have a look on this one, the diagonal downward stripe we're doing currently is the gold. So we're going to pick up 2 seed beads and 1 little gold. The 2 seed beads is just going to be every time the number of beads that we use to join from one side to the other to the other. It's super easy. So anyway, pick up 2, and we're going to just loop back and through the second hole of this bead here, which you may have noticed, or maybe you haven't, we're actually doing a form of peyote stitch. Now, the thing with this particular pattern, if you just let it go loose, you see that the beads will sort of come apart. Having a good tension is fairly important for this design. You want to try and get your tension as firm as you can. See that there? So now that we have this just here, we're going to be doing sort of a big turnaround. Because we're doing only 3 beads, we actually have to do quite a large turn. So we're going to pick up one of our color A beads just here, and now at this point, if you want to choose a particular side, this bead's going to sit in this direction. So see that? Because it's going to sit here, we need to keep the side that you want sort of in position there. So it's going to be this face. If you prefer this face, you need to use the other hole. So let's just slide that on down, and we're going to pick up 2 of our seed beads, and we're going to just lock this fella into place by going down that second hole. So see just here, we've got 2 holes, back into the second hole, and pull nice and tight. Now, Linda says I am a lefty. Good, I'm glad there's more than one of me. So if you like, I will flip between the left and right hand views, but for now, I'll do a little bit in right hand, and then once we've got things happening, I'm going to jump back and we'll go through into the 2 hand. So now that we have it like this, we're going to pick up another one of our color C that we're using. So color A is this nice copper, color B is the gold. Now color C, again, check which side you want to be up top. And if you don't care, then don't worry about it. And we're going to thread through the second hole of that end bead. So pull tight. And there we go. Nice and firm. Now, Carol says, I'm still not getting notifications. I don't know why. Well, the best thing to do, Carol, is make sure you subscribe to our email newsletter, because we send an email about 15 minutes before we go, which says, hey, we're going to be going live, and it has all the links that you're ever going to need right there for you so that you can easily find where the video is and what we're going to be doing. So now that we're back down here at the end, we're going to repeat this process over here. So we're going to pick up 2 more seed beads, and we're going to pick up the final color A just here. And we're going to go back through the second hole of this bead. So if you have a look, this is going to just slide on down and sit here like this. See that? So if we just pass back into this bead and pull tight, there you go. That's going to lock nicely onto there. And let me just turn down the brightness a bit so that we can see the difference in bead colors just a little bit better. So my fingers are going to look a bit dark, but hopefully the beads will look lovely and shiny. And now if you have a look just here, we're now in position to add our next bead. So we're going to pick up back to color A now. So the easiest way of doing that is to just pick up one of my color A beads, and I'll flip back to the left-hand view in a minute. Pick up a color A and 2 seed beads. We're going to just slide it on down to our work, like so. Come on now. There we go. And we're going to go back down the second side of that same bead. Pull all the way through there. Get it nice and firm. And now we're going to grab another one of that same color A and into the second hole of that endmost bead. Pull it tight. If it gets a little bit caught, don't worry about it. Just try and get it into position. Pull tight and give it a nice firm tug so that they're all sitting nicely, and you can start to see that that stripe pattern is happening. So now we're going to pick up 2 seed beads, which will give us the join to the next bead. See that? So at this one, the 2 seed beads go between 2 beads, and then at this end, the 2 seed beads lock onto the top of each bead. The good thing is, because you only need 2 seed beads and 2 seed beads and everything, it works out that the spacing between these two will be 2 seed beads, and the spacing we need here is 2 seed beads. It all works out very, very nicely. You'll see it coming towards at the end. So now let's pick up another one of our color A's to continue this downward stripe and go back through that second hole. And we're going to pull it tight. Now, just for you, Linda, I'm going to flip it over into left-hand view. So here I am coming out just here, and I'm going to do the whole process in left-hand view for a second, just for you lefties, and then I'll flick back over to right hand and left, and maybe I'll just keep switching between. But as I said, it is a very, very quick, simple, and easy project to make this one. So now we need to do another one of these, but we're going to be doing it with color B. So we're going to repeat the pattern. So see? Color A stripe, then a B stripe, then a C, then an A, then a B, then a C, then an A, then a B, then a C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. If you didn't learn your ABCs, this is the perfect method to learn them because you'll be using it over and over and over again. So if we just grab one of our color, where are we coming out? Just here. Pick up one of our color B DiscDuo beads just here, which these are 2-hole, they're 6mm round. There are some really, really clever ways that we can use these beads, and I'm really enjoy doing 2-hole peyote with them. So we'll just slide that on down, and if we hold that bead sort of in position with our finger just here, we can go back down that little bead just in there and pull tight so that it sits nice and firm. We don't want too much space here. Hi to Stephanie Johnson. She's over on Facebook. She says, hello, everyone. So glad you could join us. Now, don't forget, in case you missed it, this colorway, it's called Midas Touch. I liked the name Midas Touch, but Jermaine decided she doesn't like the name Midas Touch. She wants it to be called something else. So if you have a name suggestion for what this colorway could be called, comment down below and let me know what color you would call this. Golden Rhapsody was Irina's suggestion over on Facebook. There was a couple over on YouTube, but anyone else, if you've got any name suggestions, comment them down below. Also, those of you who are brand new, don't forget, if you have never ever seen us before, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of those different things like that. So anyway, as we continue now, I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads and a color color B bead again, and we're going to just loop around and into the second hole of this. Now, if for some reason it gets a bit loose before you're doing it, all you have to do, see this, oh no, it's so loose, what am I going to do? Just pull on that there. If this is the part just here that's loose, you can also pull on these 2 little beads at the very end, then hold it all with your finger and give it a nice firm tug, and that should fix everything. So now we're going to use those 2 seed beads and our color B, and we're going to go through the second hole. So essentially it's just 2 repeating steps that we do. Pick that up, and now we're back to do this side here. So we're going to pick up a color C now, 2 seed beads as well. So one way we do 2 seed beads, then a color. This way we do a color, then 2 seed beads. Nancy suggests honeysuckle. Amber says honeycomb. I can see there's a honey theme going over on Facebook. On YouTube. Carol says Royal Jewels. Elaine says Copper Canyon. That's a fun name. I like Copper Canyon. I think it's a little bit too goldy to call it Copper Canyon though, but I do like the alliteration. It's got poetry about it. Anyway, so let's just get this off the screen now, and I'm going to just come back down into this one here. We're going to pick up another one that's the exact same color, and we're going to pass into the second hole of that end. Whoops, make sure you go into the second hole, not the first hole, into the next one, and pull tight, And then finally, we're going to do our turnaround again. So 2 seed beads, followed by one of these here. And we'll just go back into that piece there. And there you go. Looks good. So now, when we want to finish it off, because essentially you just repeat this process back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, I'm going to flip back to being in right-hand view now. And I'm going to show you what we need to do to get ourselves pretty much finished off. So the point that you want to finish off at, if I continue back to being my color A, we're going to pick up one color A. So just imagine already you've made the entirety of your bracelet. It isn't just this 2-inch long little piece. You've made it the entire length of your bracelet, the size that you want it to be. I'm going to show you now how we finish that off. It's a nice, easy process. So here we go. Pull that tight. And we're going to add on our last little bead here. So if we pick up the final bead, we're going to just place it in there. And the way that we know that it is perfectly ready to be finished is because we have symmetry, as it were. So if you have a look, it's one bead sticking out at the end over here. And then on this side, we have one bead sticking out at the end over here as well. So nice and easy does it, as they say. We're going to just make sure that the 2 ends match. The colors don't need to match. That's not important. It's just that you want to have one sticking out here and one sticking out here. Now, once you've got that, we're going to start adding the little beads just here by stitching down the edge all the way along our work just here, okay? So it's not too difficult to do. So once we've got that, we're coming out of this little bit just here, and we want to just, whoops, where am I at? Have I made a mistake? I think I may have. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so once we have that little piece just here, I'm just looking at my diagrams over here. Oh yeah, I'm losing my brains, obviously. So when we come back now, we can actually just stitch all of these little beads together so that they have that nice little finish. So I'm going to weave down and across this little end and into this little final section here. So we're going to pick up 1, 2, 3, and 4 little beads, which gives us a nice curvature that goes from here around down into here. So just 4 little beads there. See that? That gives us a nice little edging. And we're going to pick up 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this time we're going to go into that endmost little seed bead just here. And that gives us a second little matching edge. So now, if we have a look, we can just pop that through here. And we're going to start stitching these little beads together. So now, you know how I said 2 beads at this side, 2 beads at this side? We're going to just join them with 2 little seed beads. So we don't want to do this part too firm. If you make this bit too tight, it can cause it to be a little bit crinkly. So just do it sort of loose but firm, if you know what I mean. Just like so that it fills the spacing, but not so firm that it's squeezing the work up. So just sort of like a medium tension. Then we're going to pick up 2 more seed beads, and we're going to go through the next pair. See? Pull that through there. And again, see, if you look, if you pull this too tight, it starts to bunch. You don't want to do that. You want to keep it mildly loose, like that there. Pick up 2 more, pass into the next pair, and we'll just continue all the way along our edge. If you feel that your tension is quite loose when you made this middle section, you might want to use 3 seed beads every now and again if it seems like this space is too large. But yeah, see, look, this is what happens now. I'll show you now that we're almost at the end. This is what happens if you pull your tension too tight. This section, err on the side of looseness rather than tightness, because look, when you pull it tight, it makes your bracelet bend a little. See that? See how it curves? You don't want it to curve. You want it to stay straight. So now we're going to just pick up 4 little beads. Keep it so that it's like the perfect tension that it wants to be straight. And pick up 4 little beads. And we're going to go into this end here. Like so. And we'll pick up 4 little beads just here. And now this time, this is where you go, oh no, what do I do here? We don't have any beads just here on this corner. So we're going to actually remove our stopper bead. We don't need it anymore. And I'm actually going to loop back down through this bead here and through this bead and all the way back to the opposite side of our work. I'm going to pull, 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 nice and tight. This part can be nice and tight. You can make this bit nice and firm if you want to. And now we're going to go back through the 4 beads of this end. Just here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And into here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to come out this one little bead just here. And now we're in position to start doing our next little rows. So this little tail thread, we're going to use that a bit later, but we don't need it now. So if we just go back and forth, we're going to go back down our second end. 1, 2, 3. Just 2 beads just here to the gap, and that will take us to our next space, like so. And again, we don't want to keep it too tight. 1, 2 beads to the next one. Now, do you know what? Something else that you could do as well is if you wanted to, you could also maybe add like a little picot in somewhere if you wanted to, every now and again, just to give it like a little sticky outy bit to add to the look of the design. I don't know, it's up to you. You can always think about how you can change a design, change a pattern, maybe sort of take it to the next level, slightly more advanced, as it were. I don't know. It's up to you. Try it out. See what you think. Anyway, so let's now do the last 2, and we're going to go into that final 4 beads just here. So just through there. And now again, you don't want to pull it too tight so that it bends. You want it to be perfectly sort of rounded like this. And we're going to go across and through this last little end bead here, because this will bring us into position to add our little clasp section. So if we just pull that tight through there, don't pull it too firm because it's still possible. See, if you pull your thread tight, it starts to bend everything. You don't want to do that. So just keep this relatively loose still. And we're going to pick up 4 little seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4 little seed beads. Slide them on down, and we're going to pass through one side of our magnetic clasp. So you can see the little clasp is this perfect little ball just here. And if you wanted to, just separate them out. And we're going to loop through just this one little loop just there. So just pass through that loop. Stephanie says, if you use elastic cord, could it be stretchy? I guess you could. You probably could, but it would use a lot of elastic and probably be relatively firm, that it would be quite difficult to stretch, but I wouldn't be surprised. This is a question from Stephanie over on Facebook. I reckon you probably could use elastic if you wanted to, but I think it would become quite tight. Also, elastic tends to be relatively thick, so you might find going through the beads multiple times a little bit difficult. Could be a fun idea though. I don't know. It's worth a try. Anyway, so now that we've done that, we've picked up 4 beads. We've got one just here, and we're going to go back through just that very first bead just here. And we're going to slide that on down, pull, 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 pull. Hold on to your clasp, and you see it just loops nicely onto the bottom of that little loop just there, okay? So now we're going to pick up 1, 2, 3 seed beads, because we're exiting out of the 4th one. There's 1, 2, 3. We want to keep symmetry. So let's just go back through the whole of that little DiscDuo bead there. And we're going to pull that tight all the way until it's sitting relatively firmly just here on the end. See that? Now, if you wanted to extend the size of your bracelet, you could also have added more beads just here. You could make this triangle bit a bit longer, but I'm going to just go through it now and make it extra secure. So go up through those 3 beads once again, through the 1 bead at the very, very top, like so, through the loop of our clasp, and now back down into that little bead just there. And now this is important because we want to continue back around to the side that we were going before. We want to end up doing this same second side again. It's important that you go down the second side through those 3 beads, and then you can go back across that little bead one last time, and that will be now extra secure. A second time. Pull through. And there you go. That gives you that nice little finish on the end to add that little clasp. So at this point, maybe just tie this thread off, pass through a couple of beads like so. 1, 2, 3, just there. Try and keep your thread out of the way. And you know how I said you could add a picot? If you wanted to, you could do that. I'm going to just tie this little blanket stitch knot very quickly. So just go underneath that little bridge of thread just there, pull it through so it creates a loop, and then pass your needle back through that little loop until eventually it just pulls and closes that little knot. So now, remember how I said we could do a picot? If we have a look, these are the 2 beads at the center of this. We could do one just here. So pick up a seed bead if you want to. This is just optional. This is just me playing. This might look terrible. Who knows? And then we'll go through 4 beads until we get to the middle of the next little one there. And we'll add 1 in here maybe. Go through 4 beads to the next. And see how it just gives that one tiny, tiny little sticking out bead. I mean, what do you think? I don't know. Could be interesting. Maybe not. Maybe it's ugly. What do you think? So we'll go through and we'll add another picot here, I guess. Why not? Add another one here. And so forth. Just all the way down. Just keep adding them in. I don't know. See what you think. What do you think about that? This is just optional. Nancy says, I like the picots. And hi to Monica, by the way, who is in Borneo. Thanks for joining us, Monica. I don't know. Maybe we could try a different type of picot, maybe. Let's go. I'll add 1 more, and I'll try something a bit different for the next one, maybe. Like a right angle weave of some form. So I'll go through both beads this time. And maybe add, I don't know, 3? Why not? Let's see what happens. This might look really terrible. And let's go back through both beads. Just here. And as we pull through both, how does that look? That just gives you something a little bit larger, maybe, if you want to have a bigger picot. And then, I don't know, let's try 1 more like that. See how it looks. But yeah, this is all about just playing and trying it all out and testing, expanding, experimenting, and changing designs to see what you think. See, there's a slightly bigger picot. Do we like the bigger ones or do we prefer the smaller ones? I'll do 3 more again. I mean, if you really wanted to, let's try this. This could be cool. Let's pick up 5. You might be thinking, what on earth is he doing? Let's try this. Let's go through the bottom 2. Go through there. And now ready? Let's try this out. Let's go through just 1 bead only. And we'll add a picot to the edge of our picot. We're getting picots on our picots now. Why not? Just try it. See what you think. And then we'll skip this top bead so that it gets picoted out too. Why not? Let's just test it out. This could be terrible. This could be great. I'll leave it to your discretion to decide. Then we'll pick up one more bead, go down into this next one, and then through these two beads again. And if you have a look, if I can just get this little bead to pop onto the top here, we've got like a mega picot. This is way too big. Surely this is too big. I don't know. Maybe I'm not a fan of such a giant one, but there's an idea. I don't know. What do you think? Do you prefer the 3 bead, the 1 bead, the 5 bead? What do we think is the best picot? Whatever takes your fancy. What do you guys think? Which one do you like? The massive picot? No, surely this is too big. Surely this is too big. Maybe the 3, or maybe just the 1. Maybe the 1 is the neatest. You could add a little charm. Says, oh, wait, let's put it back to, which hand am I doing? Yeah, right hand view again. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is too big. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Anyway, so now you can just come on down here and add the other side of your clasp to this little piece just here in the exact same way. So let's just call this one a failed experiment because I think this is too big. I don't know. What do you guys think? Bigger or biggest? Or the 3 color? It seems the 3 bead might be the most popular. I think the 5 might be too big. Don't know. Anyway, let's go down those 4 beads and I'll attach the clasp with this other one. Because why not? I'm here. It's all about experimenting. Adapting and changing the designs. Why not? So pass through those little ones just here. And we're going to just... Oh, there's an idea. I've just been given something that could have been fun. I'll try this. Just been handed some... I've been handed something hot off the presses. I need a triangle. Here we go. I'll do this on the second side. Because I see you guys liked the 3 bead, but wait till you see this. Let's see. So I'll add my clasp with this one. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and through the, 4 seed beads and the second side of our clasp there. And let's just pull through here and go back through just that first little bead. And see how this is like all stretched out? Don't worry, it'll be fine in a second. 1, 2, 3. We're going to loop across and through the other side of this same bead. Pull there. And as we pull that tight, you see that it just fixes that up. So now, obviously you would reinforce this, but because I've already shown you that, I've been given some beads, which I think you'll find interesting. 1, 2, 3. Now, I see most of you said that you liked the bigger ones. Sherry said I'd do the bigger ones on the corner and the smaller ones on the side. Everybody says they like the 3 bead. Well, let's see what you think about this. This is clearly Jermaine or Andrew's idea, because I've been handed the beads for this one. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do picots on this side, because why not? But this time, I think you'll like this. Let's do a 3 bead, but we'll go 1 gold, 1 matching copper bead. Why not? Let's get an extra color in there. And then we'll loop back and we'll do the 3 beads. Actually, oh wait, do you know what? This could look even cooler. Let's do this as a 2-step process. So we'll go first the 2 gold ones. And then, because we really want it to stick out with this 3 bead picot, I think. This could look better, this could look worse. Let's find out. So let's put that there. Pick up 1 bead. Down into here. And now back. And that's going to give us this other style of picot. What do we think? The 1 additional copper bead. See, that's doing it as a 2-step process. Let's do them all just as a 1-step process and compare them. So essentially, I've made this one really stick out, that little picot, and this one is not going to stick out as much. So let's just compare them, shall we? They're similar. Maybe this one's better. What do we think? I know they're very, very similar, but this makes it slightly tighter, but because we have that gap just there, Maybe this is nicer. What do we think? Just the 3 beads. Yeah, I think the 3 beads, just one easy idea, Jermaine's idea. So there we go. There's the copper bead. So let's do it just as we did. 1, 2, 3. See, you can just experiment and try things out and play with them. And if they work, then great. If they don't, just take them out. It's easy. It's easy to just take things apart if you don't like them. See, there we go. There's another one. Let's go with gold, copper, gold. Or let's even try gold, copper, gold. Why not? We're here. We can do it. No one's telling me I have to stick to the rules. There's no script around here. There we go. What do you think? The copper with the gold or the gold with the copper? Ooh, I think I quite like that copper with the gold sticky outy one. What do you reckon? 1 copper or 1 gold? Comment in, let me know. Stephanie says you could add a charm on this big one. So where I've done this big 5 one, you could use a little jump ring and add on a charm. I don't know, whatever. I think that's a fun idea. You could have like one of those handmade type charms. We sell those. We've got them somewhere. I've probably got some to hand. Doesn't matter. But anyway, you could attach a charm just there if you really wanted to. But anyway, just keep going and see what you think. 1 step with 3 beads and different finishes looks best. Yes, I agree with Penelope on that one. So anyway, yeah, what do you reckon? I think Picos is just a fun little addition. So just continue adding them all the way down. And then essentially you can see, here's the difference. If it was just completely plain, which is our plain normal one that we have here, or you could jazz it up a bit by adding this along the edge of our work just to make it a little bit more fancy. Don't know. But yeah, there you go. Ta-da! It's just about trying things out, seeing how they work, seeing what you think of them, trying it out, and just playing. So anyway, now that's how you make this gorgeous little piece just here. I'm finished with my demonstration now, and so I'm going to be telling you about some special deals that we have on. So if you want to go and grab this kit, I'll show you that first. There is a link in the description where you can go to the Beadspider website and it will take you directly to where you can find this particular kit. So I'll just jump over to the Beadspider website and show you that page in a second. Oh, there's a slight mistake on the website. Need to fix that. Here we go. Let's just pop over to the digital Beadspider world just here. So now we are on the Beadspider website, www.beadspider.co.uk, because we are in the United Kingdom, hence why we're celebrating the coronation. Now, this one just here that I've been demonstrating is our Midas Touch. So if you want to go and get yourself the Midas Touch, it's this one just here. Now, as I said to you at the beginning, Jermaine didn't like the name Midas Touch. I like the name, but apparently Jermaine doesn't. So feel free to comment in with some suggestions you might have for a better name, and maybe we'll change it to one that we like better. I think Jermaine wants us to change it, so comment in. We'll see. Maybe we'll name it after your suggestion. Now, that's this one just here. The Vintage Violet is just here. The Copper Rose, which is extremely limited stock, is just here. The Indigo Mosaic Bracelet is this one just here. And then just down here, another brand new one, which I really, really like because it goes with any design of, any outfit that you're wearing, is this one just here, our Silhouette. Very, very nice color for going with pretty much anything that you want, because it has the white, it has that gorgeous satiny, the silver version of the gold and the copper that I've just been using, and it also has that lovely rich jet black color. So it kind of goes with anything and everything. If you want to get that, they're just here. They're all 10% off. Now, this is the big thing I need to tell you, and you need to be quick on it. So this just here, because it's the King's coronation, King Charles III will be coronated tomorrow morning, because today is Friday the 5th of May. We're doing a 50% off pattern sale. Just today, I added another 160 new patterns. We have, or no, 150 patterns I added. So now we have like 260 patterns or some ridiculous number. If you just come onto the Bead Spider website, so this is the top of the homepage. See, look, if you scroll on down, this is what our homepage usually looks like. Scroll on up. This is how it is right now. Just here, the King's coronation. You can either just click on this big old picture just here, or click on this little button just here, and it will take you to the home of our patterns. So I'm going to be changing the look of our patterns page soon. I was hoping to have it ready in time for today, but I tell you, it's just so many things to do. But anyway, if we have a look just here, look at that. The Ophelia seed bead and gemstone necklace, which is a gorgeous little design where it has these fantastic intertwined little loops of various different gemstones and seed beads and things like that one. Instead of a $5, only £2.50 for that pattern download. If you like this lovely spiraled Rivoli pendant, only £2.50. Our beaded necklace with these beaded beads, multicolored beaded beads, only $2.50. The Versailles necklace pattern, if you only want to get the pattern because you have all of your bits already, only $2.50. Get the bracelet, only $2.50. This one here, Cosmopolitan right angle weave crystal bracelet. This is £1. This one is £1. The necklace version of the same. The zigzag tiles, £1. Really, really inexpensive. $1.50 for this gorgeous little pair of earrings. This one here is only $1.50. $2.50 for 8 different Christmas earrings. Just go on through. Look, $3.75 for our Easter egg that I did. What else have we got? We've got £6.50 just here. So what would be, see look, £2.50 for each one of these 5 patterns on the sale, but it's even bigger discount with our pattern bundle. So for £6.25, which is slightly more than the normal price for just one earring pattern, you get all 5 of these earring patterns. So all of them just there, $6.25, a bargain. There's our tubular twin right angle weave. There's a tree of life one here, $1.50. Look, it just keeps going and going and going and going. There are 6 pages of patterns, and I'll just jump ahead because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some. I can show you. Look, we also have a whole load of free ones as well. I think there's about 50 free patterns. So of the 260, I think about 50 of them. Look, 20 twin patterns, free. There's a great one there. A nice little bugle prism, free. Shimmer chain, free. Go have a look. Go peruse through. There are 6 pages worth of patterns to go and have a look through. Here's another one. This one's a very, very nice design just here. It's free pattern. Why not? Just keep looking through. There are so many fantastic things that we have that you can go and view for 50% off or get them for free. Very, very, very good deals. Now, I need to see what's going on with this one because clearly there's an issue with this pattern. So I'll have a look at that one. But all the other ones seem to be working just fine. But I'll fix this one just here, which is our crystal swirl. But anyway, yeah. So once you order these, you can just add them to the basket. Go, yeah, add it to the basket. I'll have one of them. Do you know what? I love this one here where it's seamless. I'll add that to my basket. This one's only £1.25 for this pendant. I love it. Do you know what? Let's do this lovely lavender. $2.50. Bargain. How about this one? I don't know. Just go through. Go have a look. Go perusing. Come up here and look. We've got all of those different patterns. Our Christmas holly wreath is in there. The angel and drop. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I forgot. I've added this. This is brand new. This is a little thing that if you don't have an account, because I'm using a logged out version, it tells you we store all of your account. If you don't have an account, why not make one? It's completely free because then we give you full and permanent access. You can go and download your patterns whenever you want directly from our website. It makes it way easier to get your patterns, but otherwise, when you've got all of those, you can just go proceed to checkout. You can do your shopping, purchase them. They are emailed to you directly, straight away, instantaneously. No waiting, no hesitation. There you go. And look at that. Bargain. You've saved yourself £8.25. If you're in the US, let's see. It's you've saved yourself $11.09. Look at that. I bought those 5 patterns. I love those 5 patterns, and I've saved $11. Half price. Go get them. You've got 4 days. So pretty much until midnight on Monday. Go mental. But yeah, that is pretty much it for today. So we've got some fun patterns there. We've got that brand new kit. So if you want to go and get the kit as well, the link for that is in the description. Of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Keep commenting in with your ideas for what we could call the this Midas touch, just in case we don't keep that name. We'll keep your name instead. But yeah, go have fun. Go peruse all 260 odd patterns that we have on the website now. Many, many more coming. I'm going to be updating things. There's lots to view. So just go through it and see what you like, and you'll get your 50% off. Bargain. Anyway, that is it from me for this Friday. I'm sure we'll be back next Friday with something. I don't know what we've got planned yet. I can't remember. I'm sure I've been told what it is for next Friday, but I don't remember. But yeah, lovely. For those of you who are in the UK, have a lovely long weekend. It's a public holiday here on Monday. So have a lovely, lovely weekend. If you're going to be watching the coronation tomorrow, enjoy that too. I know Rhonda said she was going to be watching. And here we go. Here's a message from Jermaine for you all, which is not showing for some reason. Let me just find out why. There we go. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you have a lovely weekend. There's a little message there from Jermaine who's watching. But yeah, thank you all for watching. We can see Elaine is still here. Stephanie's here. Marina, whom I haven't seen before. Welcome if you're brand new, Marina. Monica is here as well. Stephanie and Sue as well. Thank you all very, very much for watching over on Facebook. And those of you who are on YouTube, we have Nancy, we have Eugenia, Sherry's here, Rhonda staying up late, Nancy as well, Esther. Those of you who are brand new as well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you all next week. So have a lovely weekend and happy beading. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.